So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start in Shavasana today. Laying down and just arriving in your practice, taking a couple of moments to just settle in, draw your awareness to the back side of your body in contact with the mat, taking a few breaths here, letting go whatever happens in your day, just inviting your mind and your body and your spirit to come into the space, the room that you're in, the corners of your mat, the edges of the body. Today, we are continuing our practice for the month of March. This is our second practice of gratitude. So working with the mantra just for today, I will be grateful. And during our practice, really focusing on creating space for gratitude, for appreciation. So as we work through heart opening postures, feeling into the space created in the body with the breath. As we come to the breath, finding gratitude for our breath. Just noticing the gentle dance. We inhale and exhale. You arrive here, just beginning to notice the breath. And gratitude has the ability to soften tension in the body and to bring us into the present moment and shift our energy from a place of scarcity or fear into a place of appreciation and joy and connection. So when we practice gratitude, we're like our other practices of anger and of worry, we're not trying to dismiss any of our struggles, but instead we're looking to reframe our perspective, whatever the situation is, which allows us to see the small moments that we can be grateful for, even in times where we may be struggling. So if there is an intention you would like to set for your practice today, feel free to do so. Or I invite you to bring into the heart space one small aspect, one little sliver of your experience that you are grateful for in this moment. What are you grateful for? And just draw that into the heart center, like you're planting a little seed of gratitude. And then we'll begin in Banana Asana, walking the ankles over to the right side of the mat, and maybe crossing the left ankle over the right, drawing the shoulders towards the top right corner of the mat, creating that C shape, crescent, or banana shape with the body. And you can bring the arms to the side or maybe up overhead, as long as your shoulders are staying in contact with the earth, with the mat beneath you, and just letting them rest. And you can bring the back of the arms either in like a cactus. You could grab onto your wrists or your forearms. And just taking the next moment or two to just find where you'd like to be. And then in yin, we like to find stillness. So once you find that position that works for your body today, taking a couple breaths into stillness. Let the head rest here, the body rest. Feel that support beneath you, feeling into the shoulders and the hips and how they're resting on the earth. Really drawing your awareness to the back side of the body. We often are always thinking about the future, thinking about what's to come, and it takes us out of the present moment. If we're able to draw our awareness into the body, into the back side of our body, we can connect with a different layer of wisdom. Helps us to connect to our body's intuition if we think about just drawing our awareness back towards the spine, towards that central column of energy that runs through our body. Sink that left hip down and begin to feel into the space being created here, in the heart space, in the chest. Each inhale creating space for gratitude, for appreciation, really weaving just a loving light around that intention or that one thing that you found to be grateful for today. And uncross the ankles, bring the arms and everything back into alignment through center. And walk the ankles over to the left corner of the mat, maybe crossing the right ankle over the left. And bringing the shoulders to the top left corner of the mat, finding that same shape on the opposite side. And this time, really letting the breath fill the space of the side body, feel into the sensations, the expansion, each inhale, just creating that space in the body. Each exhale, letting go, maybe something that you're struggling with right now, anything weighing on you, any of those stories drawing you towards maybe that lack mindset or fear mindset, and opening up to all of the possibilities, all of the outcomes. And uncrossing, coming back through center. Walk the feet in towards the hip. And maybe just take a couple of windshield wiper movements, letting the knees and the legs fall to the side, back and forth. Just feeling into the hips, into that joint, the lower back. And then we'll come back through center and cross the right leg over the left. Like a reclined supine shoelace. So we're bringing the right leg over the left. And we can stay here, or if you would like to increase the intensity on this, you can draw the knees in and you can grab onto the shin, or maybe grab onto the ankles, pulling the knees in, and you want the feet to be coming away from each other here. So whatever intensity level feels good to you today, we don't want to be exerting too much effort, just finding where that sensation begins to kick in the outside of our hips for this posture. And of course, there is a little bit of effort with the arms here for pulling the knees in. Really drawing our awareness to the base of our spine or to our hips. And just breathing into the space. Think of grounding into this moment. Really connecting with that earth element within the body, that sense of support, safety, and structure. And if you've taken that grip, drawing the knees in, release the grip, lowering the knees back down, uncrossing the legs, and just drawing both knees into the body, hugging them in, just taking the rock side to side, massaging the lower back. And then extending the legs out long, reaching through the soles of the feet, maybe bringing the arms up overhead, reaching through the fingertips. And then bringing the arms down to your sides, walk the feet back in towards the hips, switching to the opposite side, crossing the left leg over the right. And just noticing if this is where you'd like to be, if you feel Any bit of sensation here, you can stay here, or maybe you want to hold the knees in, exhaling, drawing the knees in towards the body, and hold on wherever you can. Notice it may be different on this side versus the other side. Maybe you find this shape with more ease. Maybe it's a little more challenging. And just finding gratitude here for however our bodies are arriving to the mat today. Taking a moment to thank our bodies, carrying us through this experience. And if you've taken that grip on this side, releasing the legs back down, uncrossing the legs, and taking whatever movement feels nourishing here, maybe taking the knees side to side, or stretching out long. And then we'll make our way to Sphinx pose, bringing our bellies to the mat. So maybe rolling to one side and coming all the way over. And bring the elbows under the shoulders or a little further out or to the edges of the mat, easing the strain on the lower back. Always making choices here to honor our bodies. It's an act of gratitude to take care of our bodies and to really listen to what they need in our practice, both on and off the mat. And on the mat is a good time to really spend some time and space reflecting on what our bodies need, what they're asking for, and in these longer holds to just listen, to be open to whatever comes. Let the legs rest. Let go of any tension in the glutes and the thighs. Pressing into the forearms. Really rising up from the earth here. And the gaze can come between the hands towards the front of the room. At any time, you can come all the way down to the mat if you'd like. That is always an option. As we're here, Just again, connecting with the heart space, our shoulder blades drawing together, maybe opening up the heart a little more, reconnecting with the spaciousness, the capacity to appreciate, to hold joy, to hold gratitude in our bodies. Incorporating our mantra here, just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be grateful. On your next exhale, go ahead and lower all the way down if you are not there already. Just crossing the forearms at the top of the mat, resting your forehead. Spend just a few breaths here, letting the spine lengthen, and just feeling the effects of that pose leaving the body. We'll bring our blanket to the right side of our mat. We'll take half frog. So you can place your hand under the shoulder just to prop yourself up a little bit as you draw that knee in. So creating a 45-ish degree angle. You're okay. Whichever side you're on. Okay. So on one side of our body, just lifting that leg up and then bringing the chest back down to the mat. You can cross your forearms here and just rest your forehead. Each exhale, just feel into the opening of the front side of the hip. Just letting that space relax and soften. This is a place that's kind of difficult. There aren't a lot of shapes that we take throughout the day on or off the mat that open this space of the psoas and can really create some openness here. Can help to regulate our nervous system, release any heavy emotions we may be holding on to. So, here, just pause with the breath. Allow yourself to feel into any of those sensations that may be arising, any emotions or thoughts that float to the surface as you pause here and just spend some time reflecting in stillness in this present moment. Extend that leg out long, bringing it back out behind you. And moving the blanket over to the opposite side. Again, you can place that hand under your shoulder to prop yourself up a little, drawing that knee up towards the side body, and then coming back through center with your torso, bringing the belly and the heart space to the mat. And just notice the differences here in the sides. One side might feel a little tighter than the other side. That's perfectly okay, normal, and expected. One thing I want to note with these themes that we're working with this year in the Reiki principles, the beginning portion just for today, it's really an invitation for us to just think about, just for this moment, we can be grateful. Just for this moment, maybe we soften our anger or our worry. And it's also important that just for today,
is really a time frame that is not just today. In Eastern traditions, time is translated a little different. And these Reiki principles come from the Japanese lineage of Reiki, Usui Reiki. And in that culture, time is not seen as linear as it is in Western cultures. So when we say just for today, it's really meant that today goes beyond the present moment. It goes to the past, the present, and the future, and all timelines and all paths of time and fabric of time that exists in the universe. So if we can find gratitude, if we can embrace or embody these principles just for today, the thought here is that that expands out through all time and space. So just thinking of the expansion of this, it's just for today, for this moment that we're present in. We breathe and create space and hold gratitude and appreciation in our bodies. And in doing so, find gratitude for all of our experiences, for those we see as negative, those we see as positive, and really try to cultivate equanimity in our hearts and in our minds. Extend that leg out long. Bring the hands under the shoulders, pressing back. We'll find tabletop and take some cat cows. And knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, tops of the feet and palms pressing into the mat. Inhale, dropping the belly. Tailbone rises, gaze rises.
Exhale, press into the earth, rounding the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, coming back through cow, dropping the belly, heart center open, front side of the body open. Exhale, broadening through the shoulders, opening up the back side of the body, rounding into cat. And just move through these at your own pace. Take this time to really connect with the breath, and the movement of the body. Feel the energy moving in the body. Releasing any tension from the day, any stress you don't wish to carry into your evening. Take any free flowing movement here that nourishes the body, anything your body is asking for. Moving our bodies is an act of gratitude and appreciation for just our physical form, to create movement, to nourish our bodies in some way, even just by tuning into our breath and the movement of the breath in the body. About 5 more rounds here. Coming back to a neutral tabletop. Just walk the hands back. Maybe shake out the wrists a little. Do some wrist circles. And then we'll come to caterpillar. So we're just coming to a seated position and bringing the legs out in front. Seated forward fold. And the legs can be a little bit apart. Just come in contact with your sit bones. So maybe moving some fleshy parts out of the way and really grounding down through our sit bones. If you notice that in resting your legs here, you have a little bit of an external rotation. As we come forward, it may help to just place the thumbs underneath the calves on the sides of the legs to keep the legs turned in and straight. So our toes are pointing forward. So you can lengthen the spine here, just reaching up through the crown, drawing the shoulders down and relax the jaw. And then walk the hands out wherever you feel resistance, wherever that is. Just pause here and then stay, or you can let the spine round and just a passive forward fold here. Letting the head hang heavy, or maybe placing blocks between the knees or on top of the legs to support the forehead. Here we're accessing the entire postural chain of our body, this line of energy that runs from the crown of our head down to the soles of our feet. And just focusing on the breath here, following the inhale and exhale in an effort to just bring balance to this column of energy in our bodies. Exhaling from the crown down the back of the head and neck, between the shoulder blades, down to the hips, the back of the legs and soles of the feet. Inhaling the breath through the soles of the feet, reversing the direction, and coming all the way back to the crown. And just feel the broadening of the shoulders, the back side of the heart space. Just letting any tension roll down your back and release into the earth beneath you. Our affirmation for our practice this month is I welcome gratitude into my heart and embrace the abundance of this moment. I welcome gratitude into my heart and embrace the abundance of this moment. Just notice where that lands. Repeat it if you like, or let it go. Three more breaths here. On that last inhale, pressing into the mat, slowly coming all the way back up. And just bringing the head up last. And we'll come into Sukhasana, easy seated pose. And just take some spinal twists. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, lengthening, and exhaling, left hand to the right knee, right fingertips to the mat. Lengthening the spine on the inhale, dropping the shoulders down. Exhale, think about deepening just a little bit, maybe drawing the gaze over or towards the right shoulder. And just letting that energy settle in the body. Noticing the hips rooted here, supported, again, connecting with that energy of the earth within you, holding you in this space. Each inhale, lengthening through the crown. creating more space in the body, coming back to the breath as an anchor into this present moment. Just notice the breath. On your next inhale, sweep that right arm up and around, landing on the left knee. And coming through center, just rounding through the shoulders here, drawing the chin towards the chest. And release arms, coming all the way back up, cross the legs the opposite direction, bringing the other shin in front. Sweep the arms up towards the sky, lengthening. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left fingertips to the mat. Allow the hips to settle, the base of your spine to sink down as if it's rooting into the earth. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders down. Come back to the breath and notice where you can soften here. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere, it's not needed. I just noticed my foot was flexed and I don't know why. Soften all of the tiny muscles in the face, the forehead, maybe close the eyes. Just let them be heavy. Come back to that flow of breath. See if you can just find an even inhale and exhale. Let your next exhale bring you back through center, slowly unwinding. Take any final movement that feels good to your body, and then find your way to Shavasana. You can take any variation of Shavasana. You can have the legs out long, you can have the knees bent. Maybe it would feel good to take that butterfly shape, bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall open. The choice is yours here. Once you settle into the shape you would like to take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it all out. And then just let the body rest. Let the breath settle and flow naturally. And begin to let go of the practice today, letting go of anything that did or didn't happen as expected. And just invite it to be exactly what you needed in this moment. Let the jaw and the forehead be soft. And again, just come into the back of the body. Just rest, settle here, giving your body, your mind space to integrate all of the work that you've done today, all of the benefit of your practice. Begin to deepen your breathing and invite some gentle movement back into the body, the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Take your time here, coming to Sukhasana to close our practice today. If, 'Cause. 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 ' We'll just bring the hands to the heart space in some way as a gesture of gratitude, gently bowing the head down, gratitude towards yourself for taking the time to come to your mat with intention to connect and create space to appreciate our bodies and however they move through this practice today, to notice our thoughts with kindness and to cultivate gratitude for the small moments in our lives. Thanks, friends, for sharing this practice and this space with me today, for sharing your energy in community with all of us. May you walk in loving kindness. May you share your unique gift. May you remember your true essence is love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.